Hi, I'm Xenowave, and today I'm going to show you how I made this sound. Okay, so in Unison Section we have a Unison order of 9 and Unison oscillators only turned on with max panning volume about 60% or 59% for the pitch, no sub-level, and about 88% for the phase. Feel free to change these settings as needed. I would suggest you don't crank up the pitch because it'll sound like this. But if you want that, feel free to. No big deal. All right. So operator 1 is just a regular saw wave. What I'm doing here is rotating the phase. It's pretty arbitrary. I just rotate to a different phase so that it can contrast with operator 2. And I turn on global so that each voice within operator 1 re-triggers the same phase. Yes. And so yeah, I had the same thing with operator 2, which is another saw wave that I'm detuning with operator 1, not by much, but by enough. And I just had this phase at a different degree and global turned on. And then I route these two into filter 1. Filter 1 is a phaser that I have on, but you can turn this off. I have this shape for the wave shaper, which is really cranking up the sound. If I turn it off, it sounds like this. It sounds fine, but I think there's a little bit more character with this. And I have high quality, flat, and triple mode. And I am serializing this into filter 2. And resonance is at about 23%, and there's default cutoff. Yes, about that. So, okay, filter 2 is just a low pass filter with the cutoff at about 58%. It's just to my liking, with flat, high quality, and triple mode turned on. This is a vanilla low pass specifically. And what I'm doing is routing the cutoff to an LFO, and I put on tempo and global. So now I believe this is 1 bar, and that's another 2 bar, 3 bars, 4 bars to N bars, however many bars. And I just make sure that it peaks at around, like right before the second bar starts. You can tweak this to your liking. So to get it like this, you'll start off with this, turn it off, default that. So you delete these points. When you right click on them, press D to delete them fast. So now you're left with this. So all you do is raise this a little bit as needed, and you turn it on. And you control this speed knob to control the frequency of the LFO. And then you turn on global and tempo so you can see how it lands with the actual music and adjust as needed. That's all I did. And that's how I achieved that sort of sweeping motion within the pad. And for the effects, I have my chorus on order 9, max def, 75% speed, 6% of chorus delay, max spread, 37%, or negative 25% if you look at the hint bar. I forget that this is positive and negative 100% for the chorus cross and max volume, and I have reverb on as well. And these are the settings. I can't give you the exact percentages, but you can eyeball it. I have the volume up. I have the decay at around, it says 1.6 seconds. High damping at around 12.4 kilohertz. Max diffusion, max room size, or almost max. No pre-delay, and max low cut, and about 18.5K. Yeah, 18.5K high cut. So you can play with that to your liking. And I have warmer on. So if you click on this and go all the way up, that's what you'll get. And that's pretty much the sound. Let's see if we can take this a step further. So let's see if we can use an FM actually. Make this like a, I guess, add more evolving properties to it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm doing a little sample and hold with the volume of the modulating operator, which is 3, which is modding operators 1 and 2 respectively. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's double everything. We'll put this here. No, let's put this. Okay, that's all right. Every time I do this in these videos, I just kind of improvise. But you can get the idea. All right, if you have any questions, let me know, and almost have a good day. I will note this is a pretty loud sound. Route to a mixer track, break it down. It will be clipping if you're on default. All right, have a good day.